Today, I'm going to be doing something a little bit different here on Roots of Rhythm. I'm going to be showing you what my current areas of focus are within my own drum practice, the things that I'm working on to try and improve. So my hope is that you'll gain a little bit of insight, maybe some ideas, and hopefully some inspiration. So I hope you'll come along for my journey back to the beat. I played drums professionally for many years, but I've only just recently rebooted my drumming practice. So this Back to the Beat series of videos is a space where I kind of bear it all, where I show all my flaws and shortcomings with full transparency. I'll be sharing what I'm working on. First, the fundamentals to shake off the rust and get my chops back, but also some new techniques that I want to learn to keep improving my own personal play. And I'm definitely a bit rusty, but there's a simple solution to that: perseverance and hard work. I'll be sharing the process that I follow, the progress that I make, and I'll be demonstrating proven techniques that you can follow to improve your own play. And my hope is that my approach, that my methods will resonate with you, that the good, the bad, and the ugly of my own journey will help motivate you to get past your own obstacles. That you will see that you can do this too. You just need to be patient and do the work. So maybe you're new to drumming, or maybe you're just trying to shake off your own rust, or maybe you're feeling stuck and you're not making any progress anymore. Hey, maybe you're not even a drummer and you're like me, you're hitting retirement and you're looking for something to do, something to have some fun with. Maybe you just want a little inspiration for meeting your own goals. Everyone is welcome. For this first installment of Back to the Beat, I'm going to focus on practice pad and hand technique. And I'm going to be picking three main areas of focus, three things that I want to improve. It's important to note, if you can play it easily, then you're not really practicing. You've got to work on the things that you find difficult. So first off, my double strokes aren't what they used to be. And double strokes are so fundamental to drumming, to almost everything you play, every other rudiment that you play. You've got to have a strong, smooth double stroke. And I've lost a bit of speed, and I'm certainly not happy with how smooth and even my strokes are. So the solution, along with hard work and perseverance, is knowing what exercises to work on. So the first one I'm going to demonstrate to you for improving your double stroke is accenting the second stroke. It's really common for drummers, especially when you start playing the doubles faster, for the second stroke to become weaker than the first one. So you get this, that sort of thing, and it ends up not being smooth and even. But by accenting the second stroke of the double, as your speed picks up, the strokes even out. I'll show you how to do that right now. You can hear I still have the accent on the second stroke. But then as I get faster, it evens out. And for those of you listening, I'm sure you can hear that the doubles aren't really smooth. All right, so that's about as fast as I go without getting tense and keeping those accents on there. So, like I say, it's not perfect. There's a lot of room for improvement there. The second exercise, we're going to practice doing bursts, and bursts will help improve your speed. So I'll start out by playing single stroke eighth notes, and then we'll do 16th note double strokes at the same tempo. So it's like a burst of double strokes, and I'll show you that. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a. So I'll start out slow in what's called an open, closed, open style. So I'll play at a slow tempo, slowly speed up, and then return to the original tempo. 1 and 2 and 3 and a 4 and a 1 and 2 and. Start slow, like I say, get to the fastest speed you can. Try and hold that speed for maybe a couple of minutes, and then try pushing a little further. Okay, so the third exercise that we're gonna do is we're gonna practice some shorter rolls. Again, those are gonna help you because they're like a burst. And so if you've looked at all at the fundamental 40 rudiments, the PAS 40 rudiments, you'll see that there's several roll rudiments, starting with really short ones and working their way up to much longer rolls. So today I'm just going to show you the 5-stroke and the 7-stroke roll. So first of all, the 5-stroke roll. As you can see, mine need a bit of work, a little bit sloppy there, but again, like I say, this is like warts and all, just gonna show you what I'm working on and where I need to improve. So hopefully in a month we'll see some improvement on that. The next one up is a 7-stroke roll. Now the 7-stroke roll starts left-handed, at least if you follow the PAS rudiments. They don't show the alternate, they just show it all as left-hand lead. So I'm going to do left hand and right hand lead because I always think it's good to do both. It helps keep your hands more even. All right, so 7-stroke roll. Right hand lead. I would suggest for yourself to do those 5 and the 7-stroke rolls, and hey, try the 9-stroke roll, the 11-stroke roll, and so on and so on. The next one is, this is actually something that's kind of new to me. This one's called inverted doubles. So what that means is rather than just playing double strokes starting double right, double left, or double left, double right, you start out with a single stroke and then do doubles from there. But if you're counting this and playing it to the music, it's got a different feel to it for sure. So I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so you get the idea. Those are also really good to practice, and they're really good to use on the kit for fills, etc. as well. Now to really get your doubles cooking, it's really important that you find the right position on the stick and the fulcrum so that you can get that bounce. You need that rebound in order to really play the doubles well. There's a lot of videos out there on using push-pull technique and these other finger techniques for getting faster doubles, etc. And totally valid. It's something that I do need to work on, so it's something we will cover in a future Back to the Beat video. Now, every drummer has a weak hand. For most of us, it's the left hand. For left-handed drummers, it's probably your right. But everyone has a weak hand. Everyone needs to work on it. And myself, I've always been very right-handed, and so my left hand, especially with this time away from drumming, is definitely weaker and needs some work. Now the first exercise I'm going to show you regarding weak hand is to play both hands together so that you can see what the difference is. Now one thing I noticed right away with myself, might not be that apparent from the video there, but my right hand always strikes very cleanly and very close to the very middle of the pad. But my left hand, because it's weaker, tends to not always follow a smooth arc, and it follows this path kind of like my golf swing. But it doesn't always strike the middle of the pad. It sometimes flies this way, sometimes flies that way. And if you've noticed at all during this video, my sticks heading together, it's usually because of that. It's usually because my left hand goes slightly out of the path it should follow. So it is good to do this exercise together while you play both hands so that you can see in real time what your weak hand looks like compared to your good hand. And then look for things like, is it following a smooth path? Am I striking the same spot each time? Do I need to keep my wrist turned more this way or more this way? Those sorts of things. You want to try to make your hands, at least with a match grip, you want to try and make your hands as equal and even as possible. The next exercise for improving my weak hand is actually another one of the PAS rudiments. It's called the triple stroke. And what it is it's 3 strokes with each hand, quite simply. So by practicing that, I'm making my left hand do that equal work. So I'll show you. So here we go with the triple stroke roll. Okay, so that was the triple stroke, and you can actually do 4 strokes as well, or even more strokes with each hand. Now the last thing I want to talk about as far as weak hand development goes is the book Stick Control. Now if you've seen my video on the best books to buy for a new drummer, that is my #1 recommendation. And the reason for it is that it's got a lot of exercises to teach you sticking and control, but every exercise in there also has a left hand lead version of the exercise. So it's definitely worth getting that book and practicing the exercises. And I'm going to be doing a video on stick control specifically. But in the meantime, if you get the book, just make sure that you don't skip over those left hand lead exercises. In fact, if you want to develop your left hand, maybe do more of the left hand lead exercises. Now, when I learned to play the drums, there were only 26 rudiments. Apparently 14 more were added while I was away. So one of my goals is to learn these new rudiments. One of those rudiments that I never learned is the 6-stroke roll. Now it's really popular in today's music, and I see a lot of drummers out there teaching how to play it and how to use it in your fills, etc. on the kit. So it's definitely one that I want to get better at. There's 2 ways of playing this rudiment. The first is in like an open style, where there's a combination of 16ths and 32nds, the traditional way of playing it. But it's also very common to play it as a sextuplet, or 16th or 32nd note triplets. So I'll demonstrate for you both ways. First, the open style. Now the second way of playing that is as a sextuplet, where the strokes are all smooth, and typically there's an accent on the first stroke and the last stroke. I'll show you how that goes. I'm not great at it just yet. Like I say, I'm just learning this rudiment, and so I'll come back in a month or so and show you what my progress looks like. Well, that's it for today's video. I'm working on a whole lot more, and in my next Back to the Beat video, we're gonna take it to the kit and I'll show you what I'm working on there. And in a month or so from now, we'll revisit today's items and we'll see what my progress looks like. So I hope that you'll continue to watch Roots of Rhythm videos. There'll be more drum lessons, some more drum covers. There's gonna be some product reviews, etc. So stick with us. Hope to see you back here soon.